Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It is Wednesday, November the 10th, 2021. Welcome one and all. Very excited to be with you guys today. Of course, it's another historic day. Bitcoin cruising up to new altitude here. We're hitting a little over 60, almost 69,000 today. Did we get over 69 today? Let me zoom in on my chart real quick. Did we crest over 69? We sure did, guys. A hair over 69 was the high today. Feels good to be knocking on 70K with Bitcoin. Things are looking mighty bullish, especially on the back of, well, guess what today's narrative is? The one in which Bitcoin shines the brightest. Yes, the big inflation narrative. Inflation numbers are in, and they're ugly. It's about what many of you would probably suspect, especially if you're kind of a Main Street type person. The prices are going bonkers, and we've got, of course, one of our analysts with us on the line, ready to discuss it all. Alex is back this Wednesday. How are you doing, lead analyst Alexander Pearson?
Well, thank you.
Excellent, man. Sounding good. Alex's new mic is absolutely superb, guys. That week or so that we had with his new laptop mic, that is now behind us, and now you're listening to Alexander Pearson in high fidelity. Great stuff. All right, coming through good. Let's go ahead and get into today's show, guys. You know how the next 90-ish minutes is going to unfold. I say 90-ish because today's Wednesday. That makes it the community mentorship session day. We might wrap on the count of that a little early because we do got to prepare a little bit in advance on that. So we're going to try to go maybe 75 minutes today, and we're going to look at the news. We're going to take a look at the bubbles, check in on some big gainers in the alt space. Then, of course, we're going to shout at the audience. Before we get into the TA section, Alex, of course, will do what he does best, a rundown of major markets and more. Before we get into the request section, yes, the request line comes your way in about 40 minutes, let's say, or more. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get right into today's show. We got a bit of news to cover. This first piece comes from the Block Crypto, titled "Bitcoin tops 69,000 after hot inflation numbers released." The price of Bitcoin surged Wednesday morning after the U.S. Department of Labor released data showing a sharp rise in the price of consumer goods, stoking investor fears about mounting inflation. Bitcoin traded above 69K after the department said the consumer price index (CPI) increased at its fastest clip since 1990. The CPI, which tracks the pricing of goods and services ranging from gasoline to rent, picked up 6.2%, while the CPI increased 0.9% on a monthly basis. Stocks, meanwhile, kicked off Wednesday's trading session in the red, with benchmarks down and so on and so forth. Bitcoin obviously bucking this trend. Bitcoin is long touted as an inflation hedge asset among many proponents. Billionaire Paul Tudor Jones recently told CNBC that he viewed Bitcoin as a superior inflation hedge to gold. Here's a quote: "Clearly, there's a place for crypto. Clearly, it's winning in this race against gold at this moment." In a similar spirit, JP Morgan recently released a note last month noting to institutional investors that see Bitcoin as a better inflation hedge than gold, writing, "The reemergence of inflation concerns among investors has renewed interest in the usage of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge." Indeed, guys, it's '08 seemingly all over again. The same conditions that probably led to the spark. The spark that had Satoshi Nakamoto create Bitcoin in the first place, coming out of the '08 financial crisis. Here we are in similar circumstances now, with Bitcoin 10 years stronger, ready to at least offer people a narrative. As you guys see, I'm a little cynical on on Bitcoin actually coming into to save everybody's tail in all of this, amidst whatever calamity awaits. But at the very least, if this is a narrative, it's a narrative that drives the price of Bitcoin, the rampant speculation on Bitcoin. These are going to be better times, troubling times indeed economically, but for the Bitcoin bag holder, which thrives, I guess, in such challenging economic conditions, this is ideal for seeing the number go up. Alex, any thoughts on CPI numbers or anything on this before we get to the next piece?
Not really. The CPI just kind of is what it is.
It's being described as a shock. Are you shocked?
A lot of CPI is related to energy prices, and energy prices have clearly gone up by a whole lot. So there's It just kind of is what it is.
Some of the mainstream punditry that I was reading today was kind of describing this as shocking. You know, were you shocked? I don't think we're too shocked. I think
I
it's
don't think anybody's shocked. It's fine.
pretty clear. But
I think it
yes.
would have been shocked if it was low, right? Then they would have actually been shocked, right? They're like, oh, it's shockingly high, exactly as we expected. Well, you know, we're not shocked, are you?
No
Doesn't
kidding.
mean we definition of shocked.
All right, let's get into the next piece. Indeed, Bitcoin plugged into this narrative nicely. Here's a piece from Crypto Globe. Robinhood CEO praises the Shiba Inu community. Doesn't really comment on the listing. Let's see what this is about. Of course, Chief Operating Officer of commission-free trading platform Robinhood has praised the community behind the meme-inspired cryptocurrency Shiba Inu for expressing what it wants, but he did not detail whether it will be listed on their platform. Oh, I thought it was listed. I thought part of the Shiba's success was on the back of a Robinhood listing, but I suppose it isn't. During an interview, Crypto Go's mainstream event, Robinhood CEO was asked about investing in meme-inspired cryptocurrencies such as Dogecoin, and then about Shiba and the community's will to get it listed on the Robinhood platform. And I guess he shot this idea down a little bit. Damn, here I thought short-term gain for us is not worth the long-term trade-offs for our users. We want to make sure our staff are working on assessing everything from regulatory perspective. Wow, how about that? Shutting down another cash cow, this time the size of shit. Did they get their fill, really, during the Doge run-up? Did they have so many gains and so many headaches, I guess, in the fallout from Doge, and that they're going to think twice about listing another pup coin for their customers? I'm a little skeptical. I imagine it's Sheeb. It might come there sooner than later. Too much of a cash cow, but we'll see how this gravy train works out. Let's go ahead and get into something a little more interesting here. Next piece from Cointelegraph. Study says 58% of video game developers are already using blockchain. Huh. Let's see how they count these game developers. A new study from the UK revealed most game studios have already started exploring blockchain technology for their upcoming titles. Commissioned by blockchain platform Stratus and undertaken by inside agency Opinion, this new research surveyed 197 video game developers in the US and the UK. Results showed that 58% of developers are beginning to use blockchain technology, and almost half of respondents, about 47%, started incorporating NFTs. Study indicates developers' confidence in blockchain NFTs, as 2/3 of studios expect blockchain to become prevalent in the gaming industry within the next 2 years. 72% of respondents considered using blockchain NFTs in their upcoming games, and more than half plan to apply the new tech within 12 months. Wow. Something I was very much persistently skeptical about is the inclusion of some of this tech in mainstream gaming. But according to this, apparently developers are now almost the majority of developers now interested in applying this tech to their games. Some even saying as soon as 12 months. All right, cool. We could be actually on the cusp of something, guys. We could see suddenly a huge wave of blockchain-based gaming, play-to-earn gaming, and more. And even this whole metaverse matter has lit the fire, I think, under not just Microsoft, but probably all types of indie developers and more. Let's go ahead and get into the next piece, guys. I don't have too much more to add on this, besides boring details of the survey and what the developers had to say. But let's go ahead and get into this next piece. Binance remains the world's most popular crypto exchange with over 170 million visitors in October alone. Holy crap. Here I thought Binance was waning in popularity. Apparently not. Crypto sector growing significantly this month. Binance has become has come under scrutiny from regulators globally, and who have accused the exchange of aiding vices related to digital currencies. However, regulatory questions appear not to have deterred Binance from holding the pole position among crypto exchanges. According to data acquired by Finbold, Binance recorded the highest web traffic among digital currency exchanges in October, with over 171 million users. The number of visitors grew 12% for September's figures. Elsewhere, KuCoin ranks number 6 at 20 million visits. Kraken, number 10, 13 million visits. Everybody wondered where everybody stacks up. Coinbase is, well, not too far behind, 91 million. Still, Binance seems to own a big chunk of the market share. Holy crap. And here I thought, like I said, I thought their popularity was waning. Me, personally, I've kind of stopped using Binance, but there you go. Apparently, you're in a retail frenzy of a space when Binance is the king, and by a wide margin, no less. So there you go, guys. The king of the shitcoin casino. Binance continues to lead. All right. What else do we have of note today? Anything else substantial in the news this Wednesday afternoon? Twitter forms a team to shape the future of decentralized social media. Man, we just had this the other day from SB Sam Bankman-Fried mentioning something on this topic, and here is Twitter. Twitter forming a team focused on crypto, blockchains, and other decentralized technologies from the social media company's CEO, Jack Dorsey, stating that the crypto would be a significant part of Twitter's growth. Announcing the platform would be joining the company to lead. Okay, so this Tess Renerson announcing that she would be joining Twitter to lead this unit. She most recently worked as vice president of engineering at Interchain, company responsible for stewarding infrastructure of blockchain ecosystems. All right, blah blah blah. So they're tapping a new person to lead their new team focused on crypto, blockchain, and other decentralized technologies. Well, how about that? Twitter truly gets crypto, she stated. This includes Bitcoin tipping and NFTs, but there's so much more to explore here. Well, that sounds good. Twitter further ready to embrace signaling, at least further signaling that it's ready to embrace more of a crypto-powered agenda. Well, Twitter, hurry up and bring me my NFT-powered profile pics already. All right, and that's I need that Web3 validation. All right, Twitter, get to work. What else do we have to add? Couple last pieces here coming from the News Pulse Premium channel. Alex putting me on to quality news as always. Here's a Twitter thread. In early April 2020, the Solana team stated that the total circulating supply was just 8.2 million tokens, when in reality the total circulating supply was above 20 million at the time, making it the start of a long series of lies, fraud, and deception by the Solana team. The following story is all based on verifiable evidence. Damn, we got some quality FUD coming in hot this afternoon. Concerning Solana, here's the next part of this tweet thread. As questions and critiques started to pile up over the following weeks, the official moderators kept insisting that there was no extra circulating supply. Certain people grew more suspicious, especially as Solana failed to update their Binance info and the coin market cap profile. By the end of the month, an independent third party managed to find an unlocked Solana wallet containing 13 million tokens. Once the Solana team was fully exposed, they released a Medium article admitting to their fraud, explaining that those 13 million tokens were loaned to, quote, a market maker. The market maker. They soon promised to get these coins back and burn them within 30 days. On numerous occasions in the following weeks, the Solana team did guarantee that they would not release any new coins into the market without first announcing it beforehand. But then on May 23rd, the Solana team announced that they were only able to retrieve 3.3 million coins out of the 11 million that they had loaned out. Instead, they released 8 million new Solana tokens into circulation in order to meet their commitment to burn without any announcement beforehand. Wow. So they promised to burn. Maybe they should have been more specific which tokens. Let's just release 8 million more, burn them. Done deal. Wipe our hands of it, right? Is that how it goes? Let's continue. Bear with me. I just have to forward this playlist along a little bit. Here we go. The total circulating supply was now 16 million, double the supply promised in April. After this, they just moved on, not even publishing this release on any of their official announcement channels. This is just one example of a pattern of behavior exposing Solana's bad character. All right, so quite a spicy Twitter thread here concerning Solana. In the end, the numbers going up, so I imagine a lot of people aren't too concerned or looking too deeply into this topic as Solana holders. But go figure, something rotten over there in the state of FTX. How am I not surprised? All right, links, of course, guys, will be in the description below if you want to explore any more of these stories below. Here's one from Capitalist Exploits. Coal sold out. OWTW? What's OWTW? Only when the... Alex, what's OWTW shorthand for? Let's find out, guys.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Just read on. It doesn't matter.
I'm curious.
It's a personal acronym of theirs.
Understood. I thought there was something that I was... All right, not really what you'd expect from a resource that's supposedly going on the way out. Coal miners apparently are sold out. Interesting. Major demand for coal and on the verge of a shortage. Apparently, this is pretty much sold out. Peabody Chief Executive Officer Jim Greach said Thursday during conference call, quote, "We have only a small portion of coal left to be sold for 2022 and 23. The thermal coal output for 2022 is fully committed. CEO Paul Lang said Tuesday average price of Powder River Basin output $16 a ton. That's well above the $13 spot price last week, so we're already seeing a surge in price. Let's see here, transitioning the focus on coal from making steel. Its thermal mines are helping boost cash flow, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, coal, a bit of a run on coal, Alex. Is that what this is about? Existential decline, but you know what? Prevailing wisdom is not wise at all. Is in fact wrong as Miley Cyrus is swinging on the wrecking ball. Just wrong. An argument could be made that the long-term demand for coal will decline over the next 20 years or so, but we believe that the near medium-term supply destruction will be far more dramatic than any decline in demand. This is going to be a decade for coal. Right, so despite, I guess, coal being kind of phased out, across the world, across I guess the developed world, due to regulation and environmental concerns. Don't think the price is going anywhere. Let coal run, baby. All right. What else do I have to add? Well, I guess that's it.
I mean, I'm going to say basically, people still need to use coal even if they don't want to. So, if it's not being made in high enough quantities, price is going to go up. Simple as that.
Indeed. You're telling me that when we phase out some of these traditional fossil fuels, we don't necessarily have replacements? Something to compensate? Man, go figure. What are we going to do? What are we ever going to do? All right. With that said, yes, ENS airdrop is here. Important to claim your tokens. Yeah, the ENS governance tokens dropped. I'm sure most people have heard about this. Pretty awesome airdrop to have come the last 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I believe, over the weekend. I believe most people became aware of the ENS token drop. Hopefully, you guys had a .eth address and claimed yours. I know I did. It was pretty solid. This is about the sweetest airdrop I've had since the Uniswap tokens landed in my lap, a year ago? That was a good. All right, let's get into maybe the last item I have to mention. Coinbase stock is down 13% after hours following a mixed Q3 earnings report. Say it ain't so. Coinbase's stock plummeted during extended trading on Tuesday following the release of a company's third quarter earnings report. Data from NASDAQ shows the coin is down 13% after hours, with the pre-market dump bringing the stock down to about $300 a share. Coinbase's stock plummeted below 220 in July. Blah, blah, blah. But of course, it put on an impressive rally. Indeed, it did. But here's the Q3 numbers coming in. The business is volatile. They say our year-to-date results have demonstrated. And the shareholder letter, they say Coinbase is not.
Profit is down 75%.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's volatile, but it's a big number.
That is a big number.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't mention it in this article, but I looked at the number and it was hugely down. It was huge. Bigly, yeah. Very big. Coinbase is not a quarter-to-quarter investment, they wrote in their newsletter, shareholder newsletter, but rather a long-term investment in the growth of the crypto economy and our ability to serve users through our products and services. We encourage our investors to take this point of view. The long term, guys, it's about the long term, whole hodl. That sounds a bit unsettling, but there you go. Coinbase stock as a result. Maybe we'll take a peep at Coin, the ticker Coin, in a few minutes. But that's it for the news today, guys. Doing great on time, so let's keep the ball rolling, getting right into the bubbles. Let's go take a look at the alt space today. How is it faring? Wow, some massive gainers. IOTX having another knockout day. IOTX at 20 cents and almost 100% day, I think, following 100% day earlier this week. Big gains. Shoutouts to IOTX holders. Raka, what is Raka precisely? Radio Kaka. Yes, Radio Kaka. I remember somebody put this request through. You remember, Alex? Remember doing Raka on the show? Oh, we had a hard time finding it, didn't we?
We did, but for some reason here it is at the top of bubbles today, having a 59% day.
Bubbles get paid off or something. I still don't understand which ones they put up quickly and which ones they don't.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to say the least. But with that said, Raka 60% days, Mina 30%, KDA is up a little over 40%, and LRC Loopring also up nearly 25%. Algo up 11%, double digits there. Chili's another double-digit gainer, a little over 10%. Link is up nearly 10% today. XLM as well. up a little over 8%. Not too shabby. Let's see who's taking profit today. LPT, I think, had a huge day yesterday. It's down 15% today. And Helium Network and Sheeb down about 7%. Hex is down an additional 10% today. Oof. The Hex slide continues. But otherwise, it's mighty green in the alt space. Not too shabby, guys. Of course, I guess the big news is Ethereum and Bitcoin ripping to fresh all-time highs. But there is your brief look at the alts, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the live chat. Who's kicking it with us this Wednesday afternoon? My dear, loyal, amazing CC audience. Let's get into the comments right now. All right, who's here? Here's here. Ali on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Shoutouts to you. Good evening to you all. A very good evening to you. Jonah, love the show. Hope you all are safe and loving it. Yep, I certainly am. I got my bags in spot position, seat locked in an upright position, and we're just cruising the new highs. Let's have a look. Daniel, big shoutouts to you on YouTube. Matt Van Dalen. Okay, shoutouts to you, Mr. Matt Van Dalen on YouTube. Be sure to follow and subscribe. What a day, he says. Yes. It is a good day seeing us marching our way up towards 70K, isn't it, guys? Inflation news. Yeah, well, I guess it's good for our price, but maybe not so good for the economy. Even gold shot up today, he writes 1%. I guess we'll check in on gold in a few minutes. Jason's with us. Shoutouts to Jason in the live chat today. Profit Bear, what's up, CC fam? Big shoutouts to Profit Bear. Told you yesterday was the entry on silver, says Jason. Yeah, maybe we'll be checking in with silver in just a few minutes. We'll see if Jason was right yesterday. Ron Legato, big shoutouts to you. Crypto Jenny is with us. Big shoutouts to Crypto Jenny on DLive. Polly B, YouTube. Big shoutouts to Polly B on DLive. Electric. Hello, everybody. Big hellos to Electric. Cybernetics could really use that Keystone Pipeline right about now. I feel you there, Cybernetics. Democrat policies exacerbating supply issues. Yeah, but you know what? A lot of this stuff was rolling downhill for many years. After looking at the trucking crisis in the U.S., this has been an issue for years now, and it just got into a breaking point.
I think the world has been sour on coal for a long time. It's not like it's not a recent thing. I mean, coal is like probably one of the dirtiest of technologies right now. I mean, it releases more radiation than nuclear power does. I mean, it's just bad all around. But I mean, I agree that just because it's bad doesn't mean we have to pretend that we don't need it.
Indeed. With that said, let's keep this moving along. Isaiah on DLive, big shoutouts to you. Any word says fear grade index.
19th century technology. Like we really need to phase it out.
I suppose so. This would probably be the coal debate. I would probably have to explore a little further.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll have a look here at any word mentioning that the fear grade index is down to 75 over 100 today. Cybernetics, Hull 60 baseline for the win. All right. David Rice, shoutouts to you on DLive. And at 3 bar 2 says Cybernetics, you guys make profits easy. Well, go figure. Apparently we do something right by the people. Profit Bear, I hope Halo Infinite ends up on the blockchain. I guess I don't know. I don't know if the blockchain is going to save Master Chief or the Halo universe, guys. But sure, I want some Halo NFTs. All right, I suppose so. To me, that's a 20-year-old property. That is a dead horse beaten. Franklin MC, good morning from sunny Seattle. Big shout-outs to you. Adam, hey, boys. Big shout-outs to Adam. The WADA signal's been working great, boys. Everything's looking beautiful. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the WADA indicator, Adam. Big shout-outs to you. Peckham08. Eve, my most best of brethren. All right. Oh, evenings, I guess is what you mean. Cybernetics. No, really, guys. SBF is one of us. No, I can assure you he's not one of us. Adam, the daily WADA long on the daily today tests really well too. All right. Damn, daily WADA signal today too. All right, let me just tighten up these straps on this moon seat I'm in. The daily WADA long on the daily. I mentioned that. Look, look, he's in the cockpit trading with the boys. Yeah, I guess we are in the cockpit. Look at the image of him sleeping in a gaming chair, just like you. Who's in the gaming chair again? I can't. Who are we talking about? Somebody's in the gaming chair for sure. Wonder what the details of the Solana loan were. Yeah, good question. Well, they loaned the market maker out a huge bag to get set up shop on an exchange somewhere. Adam, the daily WADA filtered long tester on 80% historically when using Don Chain 26. The confirmer in my system for Bitcoin. Well, that's pretty good then. 80%. It's been a crazy day since CryptoCats. Franklin MC, nice little pump on the IOTX. I just took profits. Wonderful. I'm glad you locked in some gains today on a day like this. CryptoCats, shouts to you. Let's see here. Philly Carr. Good to have Philly Carr back in the chat. Big shout outs to longtime supporter Philly Carr in the YouTube chat. Mr. Ether, of course, is with us in the YouTube chat as well. When are we going to get to the moon? You man, your Mars rockets will be ready. Oh, okay. Franklin MC, my silver investment's looking good. All right, good to hear that. Let's have a look here. Hello, fellow Kryptonians, says Alex1233. Jonah, love the show. And Jason says Sleepy Joe. Okay, Sleepy Joe. There you have it, guys. Let's try not to get censored by YouTube. We're not supposed to slag off the commander-in-chief around these parts, all right? Let's continue to the next section, guys. That's it. Everyone's shouting out. You guys ready for, well, the main event? The technical analysis comes your way. Very exciting on a day like this as we continue through new highs. Let's get into the main scene. Alex, I'm heading your way now. All right, we are in the main scene. We got Alex's BTC 3-hour chart on Coinbase on screen. Everything's good. Alex, take it away from here. I'm going to go hop in and start extracting everyone's requests. BRB.
Things could be just a little topped out here on Bitcoin for right now. I think only on lower time frames. I mean, everything looks strong. This is the weekly, 3-day. Very strong 3-day close we just had a couple days ago. So at this time, I don't see any reason to be particularly bearish. If we close back below 64K at all, then that could be a problem. But until then, I just stay bullish. Maybe there's a better way to draw this. It could be more like this. Yeah, everything looks strong right now. At this time, I sort of feel like we could actually get a retest of 4K, and it would be healthy, as long as we stayed above it. All right. All right, so far Bitcoin dominance continues rising. Getting some follow through from the break that we had on Friday, or excuse me, on Monday. Uniswap perp continues to lag here, but it does appear to be finding support here. So I think we're going to see Uniswap pairs go up here. Let's fix this. Maybe this is probably more correct. Or maybe what we see here is we actually get a break here. Break up. Maybe. DeFi perp is still showing strength, but I don't want to enter in this area. We need a breakout. Privacy perp finally showing a little bit of strength, but so is everything else here. I still don't want any privacy coins at this time. Yeah, nothing special looking here on exchange perp either. Ship perp is showing some strength. We're almost breaking out of the trading range. Once we do, then I think it's gonna be a great long. Mid perp above this area of resistance. Keep going. I'm looking forward to take it to this area. And alt perp vanishingly close to a new all-time high here. And we already, as of last week, we had a break of this downtrend. So I think we can keep going here on alt perp. It's a lot of sense to this. All right, so crypto up, dollar down. Would you say crypto is up today?
I'd largely say yes.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, interesting. It's not how it happened today.
We all going up together, are we?
Oh, man. Dollar might be breaking resistance here. So this is the area of resistance that we've previously been eyeing. Oh, wow. If we close this weekly like this, that's a real breakout. It's a very strong daily candle here on the dollar. Well, if the dollar is this up, then traditional markets must be down today. Let's take a look. Dow Jones gaps down today, trades up a little bit, and then begins to trade down. NASDAQ gaps down today, trades up to close the gap, and then starts trading down. Also, we got a break of the uptrend here. Yeah. S&P 500. Exit signal from time transformation. And also a broken trend here. So, I think offhand, we don't necessarily need to be bearish here. We could get a retest of this high and then continuation. So I'm not ready to return to being bearish on traditionals yet. If you remember, I was bearish for a while, and we nailed a few shorts, and then those short setups were kind of invalidated. We we bottomed, we pushed through, and then we made new highs on everything. And so I think I want to see just a little bit more here. But if we do fall back below this area of resistance, then I'll be much more bearish here. We need to bounce from 450 here. We can't fall back below it. And the same is true for the NASDAQ here. And we can come down and retest 383. That's totally cool here. Maybe even 370 here. But if we cross back below 370, that's bad. That's super bad here. It's like let's look at a higher time frame here. We can come down, we can test this area, but we can't cross back underneath this area. If we do, we're just gonna kerplunk, just right below it. Yeah, let's see what the world markets are doing. Hey, come on. Beautiful couple days on gold. This is what we've kind of been expecting ever since we got a breakout of 1800. I've been saying this for a few weeks. Like, we need to get above 1800, then we'll long it. If we get a strong close above 1800, then we'll long it. We'll see about longing it. And that kept us out of all this bullshit down here, right? We're we're not range trading. We're trying to just capture trend and get a bunch of alpha, market movement, and just be happy with that. But so we're finally getting that here in this spot. I think this was a good day on gold. We might have sold back down a little bit, but that's fine. I still see a lot more upside for gold. I'm looking to take this until up until at least 1950. Tell you what, we've got a lot of lines here. I know this must be visually confusing to some of you. Let's just start over a little bit. You can see we're just breaking above the weekly trend this week. That's good. This is strong. You can see we hold the local market point of control right here. This is kind of our floor. And this area was basically our area of resistance. Let's see if we get $1,800 area. Support, resistance, and breakout. So if we come back down to $1,800, I think it's a good area to be a buyer. And it's my belief we'll at least move back up towards this area of consolidation near the highs. Or even like all the way to retest to the previous high, right up here, which is really the top of our trading range. Silver, well, we kind of know this was going to be happening for a few weeks now. Ever since we got back above, this area of like $23, we've been looking for well, actually, as soon as we got the breakout of this downtrend, we started looking for the swing up towards $26. But really, we're long biased as long as we're above $23. So that was the giveaway for us. Like, yeah, of course we're above 23. We gotta look to be long here. So at this time, just kind of going according to plan. It's just a little better. There we go. I think a little bit of accumulation here. We're looking to take this up towards maybe 2,500. It's a nice, strong 25% move in the commodities markets. Nothing to sneeze at. Platinum, it looks like we finally have a breakout here above this area of resistance / support. At this point, I think we could take this back towards $1,140. That makes the most sense. Copper, oof. Well, I'm not ready to say we were wrong yet, but I might have been a little too eager on this one. We'll see. Not until we make a new low, I'm not going to be concerned about it. Brent crude. This is kind of unsurprising. I was saying earlier in the week, this is an area that we want to short into due to the break of this weekly trend. You should continue to short into this. You can take it at least towards 78, maybe even lower. Last chance to stock up on corn, guys. Price is about to go up. Just saying. CA don't lie. Ooh, break of the parabolic uptrend on natural gas. We'll see what happens here. Like overall, these weekly candles look like a lot of absorption. you know, where there was a lot of heavy buying here, and sellers were all too happy to sell everything they could to these buyers. And then once that demand was satisfied, breakdown. We're still waiting for this break to long it. Whew. Sugar looking kind of rough. I think this is probably more likely to be a short than a long. See, look at this. Here's our weekly uptrend. We break it and come back up and retest it. It's a great spot to be short from. Wheat, full on breakout this week. This is wheat's going parabolic. It has been for a few months. It's kind of winding up here. Winding up, winding. This is like vertical accumulation. Let me take off. Hope you guys like expensive cereal. I really want to see if we can tag this area up here. And if we do and break down, I'm going to short again on Aussie 200 here. We're starting to put into bearish divergence, but we haven't crossed below the daily baseline. We haven't, I mean, we could, this pullback right here could get faded just like it did here. Pull back, gets faded. Pull back. I want to see it one more time. Let's try and short this area, but let's look at this on the weekly. And see, it's like, oh yeah. So yeah, the Aussie 200, it pulled back up towards resistance. Classic behavior right before the hammer falls, right? So we get this break of trend, we go down a little bit, and then it starts to move up, and everybody thinks, oh no, yeah, we just got to break a trend, but it doesn't matter. Everything's bullish, the economy will just keep marching up. Maybe that's true for the American economy, but I just don't see it for the Australian economy here. This is an area to be shorting into, right? I mean, come on. All right, so China A50 here. I really think this is a place to be a buyer, even on today's big downward candle. Evergrande defaulted today. Apparently it happened just like an hour ago. It's a bad day in China, sure. But, I mean, the disaster, the slow-moving train crash is over, right? It's like, that's it. All the victims are dead. So, I think for now this is a good place to be a buyer. And then if we cross back below, if we make a new low at all, we cross back below 14.7, I'd be out again. Just be wrong, you know, on this buy zone. It happens. I mean, it certainly looks a little toppy here. Like one last parabolic trend. It's like parabolically parabolic too. This is already a logarithmic chart. This is another one where we cannot cross back below this previous area of resistance. We cannot. If we do, we'll break all the way down. Well, we longed here. I would suggest this is a good place for us to take profits on that long. We'll be slightly in profit. And then if we bounce off this spot, we come back, we pull back to this area, and then we bounce, we'll long it again. And if we fall below this area, then we'll follow Alex's of the past kindly suggestion, and we'll short. I think that's really the best way to play this spot right here. I don't like that we've fallen back below the daily baseline. I don't like that we've broken this uptrend. Okay, long is over. We closed it out. See what happens. I would probably rather be a buyer than a seller in this spot, but the best thing to do is probably just to do nothing in the right here. It's not super obvious which direction we're going in.
Definitely not based on those yellow lines everywhere.
Yeah.
I kid, of course.
The UK has been well, it has been quite a sticky wicket trying to trade the UK 100 here. We were short here and here. We shorted these two spots. We got this lower low, and then we got this low, and then we were just unfortunately we never got this full movement downward that we were expecting. Right now, I think it makes sense to continue to be long biased on the UK 100. Maybe I need to redraw this line. India could be becoming a short here. This is a continuation short on my system, already on the daily. What I'm more concerned about is breaking this uptrend. If we break that, then we'll have a real short on our hands. I think my first buy zone would be this kind of interesting area of volume right here. I guess it's all inside of here. Yeah. All right, and this is only if we break down from below this trend right here. We haven't done it yet, so it's not like a guarantee that happens. Pan 225. This kind of looks like distribution. I think I want to see us come back down to this area. Well, it's so long, and thanks for all the fish, Netherlands. Break the parabolic trend here, bearish divergence. And Netherlands is another one. If we cross back below, we can retest 800, sure. If we cross back below this 800 barrier, we are going down. But hey, I mean, if we just come down, bounce, 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 move up, that's cool. I'm not saying this is necessarily bearish, even the break of this trend. But if we do break down below this area, No, that's just, it's very bad. It's very bad. The point of parabolic moves and, you know, price moving up in a strong trend is that by definition, if price stops trending in that same way, it's going to break its trend line, right? If it's like not as strong, or if price is not moving up as rapidly, then that's a sign of weakness, because people aren't buying as much, or they're not buying as much as an accelerated rate. Like, this tells you something about supply and demand at these times. When the trend changes like that, we break these trend lines. Ooh. What's this? Interesting. Well, we don't... Is this an... This is an exit signal. Yeah, I just want a little bit more here. Yeah, I think I would just... We already know it's an area of consolidation, but I think at this point it's much more of a symmetrical triangle than anything, than the other of the kinds of consolidation patterns. I would like to see a stronger exit signal of some kind, but at this time I still feel mildly bearish on the Taiwan index here. Despite these many consecutive higher lows. I guess these are all higher lows on the 3-day. Like, let's look at this. It's kind of a rounded top, isn't it? You look at it, and the top is kind of like this. Maybe it's better to view it as like an ascending triangle. What if it's actually like this is resistance right here? Let's get rid of this just right now. So we've got this rising trend line here, a support. Got this general area of resistance up here. We push, haven't really break. Support continues holding strong with higher lows each time. All right, let's look at bonds real quick. Rough day in bonds. Oof, rough day in bonds. Rough day in bonds. Really rough day in bonds. Now, I cannot remember what prompted me to draw this potential situation that... I mean, it could happen. I don't know that. That's not even I'm saying that it will, or that there's a higher than 50% chance. But I mean, it's a situation that could happen. It's physically possible. Price could do that thing. But I think mostly of note here is that the US 2000 here, it's similar to what we were looking at with the other world markets, and that it's if we pull back to this area and hold it, that's fine. Like, we can do that, and then we continue onwards. It's super bullish. If we close back below this fucking area, like, That's it for the US Russell 2000. This thing will happen where we come down, we retest it from below, and then we just fall right into hell. All right.
So what do you think? You ready to get into the limit?
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys. I think that concludes Alex's TA rundown today. Hope everybody enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and get into the requests. We have the following. First on the request.
Oh, yeah, I guess let me wrap up everything. So now that we looked at all the world markets, beginning of the week, the dollar looks strong here. Usually when the dollar is up, that also takes the piss out of precious metals and crypto and traditional markets. But it's really only traditional markets that fell with the rise in the dollar here. It's a little bit concerning. I would also say that much like traditional markets, now that we have made new highs on crypto, we can't fall back below those other areas of resistance that we were below for. Because if we do, then we're in a lot of trouble. Remember at the beginning of this TA session when we looked at Ethereum? Let's go back here. Looked at Ethereum. And then there's this really great looking area below us that could easily be retested. This area right around 4,000. Look at this. Come right down here. Resistance. We break it. We come back down here and we test our support. That's fine. But from now on, guys, if we cross back below $4,000, we're in for a world of hurt on Ethereum. And just like we were talking about earlier on traditional markets. So that's something to think about. That's I think things are bullish right now. I don't think we're falling back below $4,000. But I these are areas to keep your eyes on. And if we do fall back below critical resistance, that's super bad. Okay, I'm done.
All right, brilliant. That was a pleasure to have Alex conclude his thoughts. Come full circle. Kind of put a nice conclusion to that segment. Now we're going to get into your request lines. What's first up? It's going to be Jonah Love the Show writing SAITO. Let's chart it, baby. All right, wants to take a look at SAITO. Which...
SAITO, you mean? I can do it.
Yep, SAITO coin. Is it SAITO Inu? It's the Ethereum-based token, top trading pair Uniswap.
Damn it. I mean, if you're in it, it looks like it's done very well. I certainly wouldn't enter here. Try and see if you can get back in on a retest of the 4 cents. If we can, just kind of come back down, retest that, that would be good. But I mean, for now, this is kind of a strongish looking chart. I think overall, after like a reasonable pullback, I think we can get more upside on it. But I don't want to enter here. I want to enter on a pullback. It's just we could do a lot of sideways trading lower here. What's next?
All right, big shout out to Jonah Love the Show. There's your look at Saitama, or Saito, I should Saitama. Saito. All right, continuing into the next request. Uno for David Rice. All right, Uno It is.
So it's pretty strong. This could be a good daily candle to enter on. If we can close above... If we can close the day above 87 cents, then that could be good. You could take it at least to $1.15. But I imagine we'll probably, make new highs here if we keep going. Yeah, it looks good enough. I wouldn't be. Yeah, I think it might be worth a long here, especially if you like what they do. What's next?
All right, sweet. That would be a look at Uno. Yes, Uno Re. Whatever Uno Re is. All right, let's continue into the next request. We have the following: UNIDO. Jonah, love the show. Always be nice to see what you think of UNIDO. That is Uni with a D-O at the end.
All right. That's a good chart. That's good enough. It's probably cleaner if I draw it just from here. Yeah, but I mean it's basically the same. So. Yeah, I would try and see if you can catch it like closer to. Hold on. Oh, I need something in dollars. This is in Gwei. Let's go. Come on. You know what? I think I've got a neutral over here. Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. Oh, even better. The dollar is actually closed above this area of resistance. Like, I guess I would try and buy it on a retest of 30 cents, and then I'd be willing to take it long from here. What's next?
All right, that was shoutouts to UNIDO. Jonah, love the show for that request for UNIDO. Getting to this next one, another obscure token, IMX for any word.
It's not obscure. That's Immutable X.
Immutable X, yeah.
That's the Gods Unchained token. Or wait, no. It's I guess Mutable X is the chain token, then Gods is the Gods Unchained token. But anyway, I gotta tell you, there is not a lot to say on Immutable X. This is a brand new chart. This is all the data we have to work with, guys. Yeah, I think probably It's best not to do anything here. Yeah, man. I don't know. There's just not enough data. I got nothing. What's next?
All right, no worries. That was a look at Immutable X, IMX for any word. Sorry, what did you say?
It said give it a little while, man. I mean, if you want to buy it on fundamentals, you go right ahead. But as far as technicals go, we got nothing. There's no price data. That's what we do technical analysis with. So.
All right, there you have it. So let's continue to the next request. We have the following KP3R for Jonah. Love the show. What about KP3R? I've been loving that. I'm thinking about the latest news on its small supply. All right, so K3PR. Thoughts?
It might be a little late for us, considering that it's 3x in the last 3 days.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are it could be a good place to take profits. Excellent trade, and I certainly wouldn't enter here. What's next?
All right, wonderful. That was a look at the overextended Keeper, KP3R. I'm not sure how they call this project, but I call it Keeper. Let's keep it going. CELR, CELR. Ali on YouTube wants to look at CELR. It says CELR is breaking downtrend on the daily. Okay, so it's breaking the downtrend. What do you think about CELR breaking this downtrend? Apparently it's still stuck under the trend.
Yeah, but I mean, it is above our daily baseline and the downtrend. I think you could probably take it at least back towards 15 cents, maybe 18 cents. And then we'll see. But it looks like a good long. I would try and buy a little bit of a pullback towards 12.5, 13 cents, and then take it back up to that area. What's next?
All right, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the next request. Shoutouts to Ali for that CELR. What do we got next? It's this one. Can you take a look at AGLD? AGLD? I could swear you were looking at this before the show.
There you go. I think it's a fantastic looking chart. I drew this one using Wix. You guys know I rarely do that. And the only reason I did that is because on the daily, it's just kind of not as obvious. The only trend that really works to draw here is this one, which is still also being broken. You can see I can't really attach this here to anywhere. It just doesn't match anything. But I think, yeah, AGLD looks ready to pop here. And then this is a great example of a low-risk situation, because if we're wrong, we'll know the moment we drop below $2.60, and we just get the fuck out. So we can take this trade, and we can very easily, yeah, it's a great trade, and you know. Yeah, this is it makes sense. So what's next?
All right, wonderful. That was a look at AGLD for Ali, the YouTube chat. Getting into the next request, and we're about 5 minutes to go for the lemon giveaway on DLive. DLivians, get your lemons in now. Rhino TD on DLive. Can you take a look at 1 inch? I'm looking for an entry. All right. 1 inch. Where would you get in?
I'm not sure. I feel like this is a good area. This worked well as an area of support in the past. See, support. So we move up here, we move down. Maybe we test a little higher and then splash in this level support one more time. So I guess $3.85, $4 area would be a good place to look. What's next?
All right, wonderful. That would be your entry. My dear Rhino TD, 1 inch. He's got another follow-up request. It's for XRP. This one relates to taking profit. Where would you take profit on XRP? Let's assume he entered...
What time frame?
Tell us
what entry? Cannot do that. No.
Let's presume the daily.
I mean, I need more information. Like what? Yeah. I think you could probably get like $1.50, maybe even $1.60 out of XRP here, or it could go on to make new highs. I mean, we did break the weekly downtrend, but I think these are safe areas to be targeting at least. The retest of the highs. What's next?
All right.
You cannot ask me for take profit targets without a time frame.
That's right, Rhino T. Damn it, you know better than that. Let's just get into the next request. What do we have here? HBAR. HBAR for David Rice of the DLab chat. All right, HBAR, you know it is.
Looks pretty good. Look at this weekly, right? So we have resistance here. And then we slowly turn it into support. See, it's resistance, we push down, and it's like, no, I want to keep going. And then we get pushed down, and we push up, and we get pushed down again. And then this time, we don't get pushed down below this area of resistance. We still keep getting bought up. And then we finally pop up over it this week. It's a great spot to be a buyer of HBAR. Break of the downtrend, like so. You have my blessing. Take it long. What's next?
All right, that was a look at HBAR. Let's go ahead and get right into the next request. What do we have here? Coin. Look at the Coinbase stock. Yes, CryptoBull21 requesting coin. What's a good buy for a long-term hold? All right, buy in for the long term.
Oh man, it's really respecting my areas of resistance. Look at that. All right, so we got this break a trend here. First area to be a buyer would be $300. Second area is maybe rather than the time period, maybe it's better just like be looking at this area first. 300 to 85 area. See, support, 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 resistance, resistance. Let's look for support here again. And then if this area breaks down, yeah, we don't need that. We gotta be looking for this is the next area. Support, support, resistance, 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 support, support, support. And this final area down here, which is of course, the lowest of the low right here. These are your three areas of support to look to. What's next?
All right, let's get into the next request. Man, I noticed we got quite a few more lemons in the tip chart than I was expecting. Somebody must have came through with a few. I scrolled up, I can't find the benefactor, but judging by the top contributors list on DLive, ask about my wiener dog. You came through with about 300 lemons in a recent past, so thank you. I presume you are the guy who has helped put our lemons back above the necessary minimum for the giveaway. With that said, guys, here we go.
Thank you for your lemon largesse.
Yes. With that said, these excesses of lemonade are coming your way now, guys. Get ready. That lemon chest deployment, let's call it 60 seconds. Let's get into the next request, and then I'll go click open on this chest. Let's do it. Next request is INVU for GT Mark IV. Can we please take a look at INVU completed with the head and shoulders pattern on the weekly? Ousted CEO as of last week and reported normal revenue yesterday, descending megaphone on the 15-minute. All right.
So wait, what do you want me to look at this for? Like, you want me to confirm that it fell off a cliff? I mean, it sure as hell did. So what was the question?
The question, rereading, excuse me, I'm just opening the chest right now, guys. Prepare for that, and then let's go reread the precise. Whoops. Whoa. What in the hell? What in Christ? All right, here we go. My apologies, guys. Get that lemon coming your way in a moment. Now let's go review that request. Read the following: INVU completed head and shoulder on the weekly. Reported normal revenue, so he is one. I guess he's kind of bullish on it. Seems like kind of a bullish case being presented here on it. So,
I guess this is one area to look to being a buyer for. This is an area previously of consolidation. And if that area doesn't hold, then I'd look to pick it up around like 4 cents. Good luck.
good luck. All right. Enough of that. That would have been your look at INVU. Yes. Big shout out to CryptoBull21 who took away the top spot in today's giveaway. Jonah loved the show. David Rice, ETH1, CryptoCats, some of the D-Live recipients today. With that said, let's get into one of the last requests of the day. We are probably just a few minutes to go. Boris Bitcoin requesting the Celsius network. Let's see here. All right. So Celsius network. Let's do that first.
It's an interesting place to be a buyer on the weekly. Gotta have gotta be more data somewhere. Celsius Network's older than a year, isn't it? Oh, there we go. No, this is CELR. God damn it.
The Bitfinex pair, maybe? Bittrex?
No, that was the first one I looked at.
How about Bittrex then?
That's the one that I literally just looked at.
Oh, crap. And they all have horrible data? Alright, Uniswap?
Here. Uniswap worked.
Deal.
Okay, well, I mean, when you look at it from the angle of Uniswap, this is actually not a bad place to be a buyer, is it? Especially on the ETH pairing. Let's look at this. Let's look at this from ChartX. Yeah. Lower this just a little bit, and then I think this chart makes sense. I like it. I like being a buyer here. I think this makes sense on the weekly. Look at that. The closer you can buy towards $5.50, the better. Anywhere in this area is phenomenal. Yeah, it's a good one. I like it. This is a good reversal to take. I would be willing to take this all the way back up towards 770, I think. At least. What's next?
All right, wonderful. That was a look at Celsius. Shout outs to Boris Bitcoin. Next question. True USD. Looks like it's about to complete a cup and handle formation, but may need more momentum. What are your thoughts? Okay. TRU USD cup and handle.
On what time frame? Or maybe Coinbase isn't the right place to look. What
time frame?
I know you're not talking about this, right? This is not like you don't think this is the cup and this is the handle. I'm going to assume you don't think that. So what? Am I looking at the wrong one?
Let me have a look. TRU USD.
No.
Not seeing that cup and handle.
Sorry, buddy. That's just not how cup and handles work. So I'm gonna explain something to you. So the way cup and handle works is that both both the first part and the second part of the cup slash handle have the same area of resistance. It's kind of like you move up to the area of resistance, you reject hard, you move up to it again, you reject again, but less hard, and then on the third time, you break up above it. That's sort of like what a cup and handle represents. By making the new highs here and then holding the new highs, this is not a cup and handle. It does not meet the definition of a cup and handle. So, I'm sorry, I'm not yelling at you. I just had caps lock on. Sorry.
No worries.
All right. Now, the patternsite.com is run by Thomas Kulkowski. He literally wrote the book on chart patterns. He wrote the encyclopedia of chart patterns. This website looks like it was made in 1998 on GeoCities, but it's actually kept up to date. So you can see these statistics were updated just last year. So you see how these areas have the same area of resistance here? Resistance, resistance, and then we break it the third time. Cup, handle. And see here, you're kind of handling above where the cup was. I don't know many cups, but that's not how my cups work. Like the cup and the handle have the same height. So it's the same way in charts. So yeah, I would just look up a little bit on that, but no, that is not a cup and handle. So thank you for the question.
Indeed, Boris Bitcoin, big shout outs to you, but that is it, I think, for today. Let me shout out the remaining requests on the board, and we do have a mentorship session to get to, guys, so not to cut you off too early, we might have to make a little more time. With that said, let's see if Alex has interest in plotting one more chart. Wayne on YouTube, can you look at Tezos, ADA, yes, Tezos and ADA, so we have those two requests. ICP for Monchi Petrov. And Algo. We have Algo requests for Mike Maker. And the last request on the board is Filecoin. Do you have time? Can you look at Phil? Any of those sound interesting to you?
XBT doesn't look good or bad. I mean, it broke the uptrend, but it's not making a lot of headway. It could retest the highs here. But I don't really want to take it long. I think there's a lot better looking charts out there. Go find something else to trade.
Ada?
All right. Currently retesting previous resistance of $2.30. So we made this high, we broke above it, now we're back below it. We're testing it from below. Maybe if we close above our weekly baseline here, then it could make sense. And if we close back above this area of resistance, that could also make sense. Don't forget we had a measured move we were looking for here to take this all the way back to the high around $2.85. I feel like there's stronger charts in this ADA chart, though. What's next?
Well, what's next might be one of the last requests of the day. That's although you might have just picked your last two: ICP, Algo, and Filecoin. Any of those seem worthy of a look?
ICP, but I feel like we look at those other ones like every single day.
Yep, ICP. Very briefly.
I think it makes sense to be long biased on this. I don't really see anything special going on today.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I said everything earlier in the week, where, I mean, the break of this downtrend is pretty critical. I think it's likely that we see a lot more upside here. Maybe a little bit more consolidation, but... maybe the weekly trend here is actually like, and this is really the selling climax right here. Automatic rally. We haven't even had secondary test. There could actually be a lot more accumulation. Huh. We'll see. Either way, I mean, it's not like ICP is a shorting opportunity. Either the thing to do is nothing or to be a buyer. But I mean, don't be a seller of ICP around this area. Anyway, what's next?
I think that's really it, my man. We've gone a generous 90-ish minutes today. Excellent show as always, guys. We do have a mentorship session to get to, so apologies we couldn't get to Algo and Filecoin, but we do those on a regular on the show. But hey, stop in tomorrow. The Thursday installment of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update returns. We got Justin Wise for his third return to the show. Very exciting. Justin Wise, Thursday. Will we be able to do it in under 90 minutes? We have a habit of going 2 hours when Justin is aboard, so look forward to potentially an extended show tomorrow with you guys. But in the meantime, we do have a mentorship session to get to, so Premium Plus members, do check out or do check your Google Calendar for your premium link or your mentorship link. With that said, guys, if you of course are enjoying the TA here, the education, all the benefits you reap by being a viewer, let me tell you, there's a whole lot more in store for you at premium.cracking.cryptocurrency.com. Do check out all our premium offerings, our education material, our proprietary indicator suite, a whole lot more. A lot of goodies await you in premium.cracking.cryptocurrency.com. Also check out results.cracking.cryptocurrency.com. Take a look at our traders' sheets, their journals, look at all their historical trading data, see their performance. Our traders certainly get the job done. That's about it, though, guys. Much love to everybody here. Final words to Alex.
Trade safely.
You heard it here. Peace out, guys. See you at the mentorship.